Yeah, a lot of the talk before the owners' meetings began was that no change was coming. As it turns out, 31 of 32 NFL teams voted for the rule change, so the consensus was strong. Sean Payton said coaches are happy, and Payton definitely is.
Man, there was a lot of hours and a lot of time spent by guys on the committee, by the coaches, and it's great when you can arrive at we think it was a good change.
Payton brought up two key plays that led to this change. Obviously this, but also a second Saints play. Against Pittsburgh, the Saints got the benefit of this phantom pass interference call on Alvin Kamara. The Steelers lost the game, and that loss cost Pittsburgh a playoff spot. So Mike Tomlin was also a strong proponent of this change. Now here's why making pass interference challengeable is important. PI represents just 9% of all penalties. It is not a big percentage of total penalties, but the NFL studies what penalties most affect the outcome of a game. What penalties change win probability the most? It's 9% of total penalties, but 70% of the penalties with the greatest impact on win probability, meaning it's by far the most impactful call that there is. Now, defensive pass interference and offensive pass interference are reviewable, and coaches can challenge an interference call that was not made on the field. It's just an addition to the current challenge system. And Sean Payton said coaches might now actually be less likely to use a challenge early to save one in case Tommy Lee Lewis happens again. And he said they went through a ton of options before finally settling on this one.
We had to do a few laps around the Southwest here. It was a combination really of the coaches, the membership, on the competition committee, and our ownership. Obviously, ultimately, our ownership was outstanding in the meeting today. There was a lot of man hours that went into this, and I think the group felt real good.
And maybe that's the best thing about this change, that after the emotional impact of what went wrong in the NFC Championship game, Sean Payton now clearly feels good about this rule change.